is up, everybody? We are back. It's your brevity it's your brevity team, all right? And we have been up against it. I don't know if you know this, okay, but Big Z is expecting offspring any second, and he's been going through it.
Yeah.
He's been battling sickness. He's been battling health. He's been battling sleep. He's caring for his devoted wife. His son is in T-ball and baseball. Big Z, how are you holding up over there, dude? Tell the people.
We're doing it, man.
Big Z.
We're doing it. We have been prepping mentally, physically. The house is prepped. Got a new baby monitor the other day. Yeah, we're doing it, man. We're doing everything that we need to do in order for this baby to come and have a great life. I think at number 2 makes it a little easier because there's some confidence there because like we've been through it. With Oliver, it was sheer like pandemonium, like just like, oh my gosh, like what's gonna happen, like what is this, like we have to take care of a child now, like we've done it now, like he's 3, he's survived, there's been incidents, but like we've took him to the ER, he's good, all the stuff that parents have to go through, and so we've gone through it, and so like with baby girl, like that fear like of the unknown is not really there because we've done it with Oliver. But now it's just like, how is Oliver going to react? Because he's not going to be the only one, right? And like, how are we going to adjust to being on his schedule still, yet we have to be on the baby's schedule? So it's, all the new things, but that's life, dude. Like that's the journey. And we're pumped to be part of that journey. So
that is the journey. That is 100%. 1 to 2 is big. I think the first one is scary because you have no idea what to do. The second one, you're kind of like, okay, I at least have an idea. But two youngins is tough. But I always recommend that. Like when I talk to people, like, oh, would you recommend having like one kid and then like waiting and another kid? Like I was glad we had 2 kids because they were able to grow up and be very, very close. They're very close. They're best friends. And then, obviously we kind of went backwards a little bit with Arwen, right? Being born like years and years later. So, I mean, it does, I guess like both, like, I guess being in both worlds, it is different, but I wouldn't change it, man. Like the fact that our boys are so close is like super cool, and your daughter and your son are going to be just so close. But I mean, there's not a wrong answer because my son's like adore Arwen, so it's like there's not really like a wrong answer, I guess.
Right, but it's different. Like they're not going to be best friends.
Yeah, no,
right.
No, I mean, so you got to think they're already 10. So by the time she's 8, like they're arguably out. They're out and about. They're doing their thing.
Right, they'll be almost they're adults. Yeah.
Like they're not concerned at all about.
Yeah, so it'll be different. They'll love her, but just like in a different way. Yeah,
100%. 100%.
So but
it is gonna be true.
We've been doing good. Other than that, like T-ball has been like ramped up now. Like I was telling you before, we had 3 games this last week, so Oliver's been getting his reps in. We've been getting in practice, off the field too. Today we were at the in-laws, even doing more hitting, pitching, and all that stuff. And he's hitting line drives now. They're not ground balls. He's hitting line drives, soft toss, and it's the dude he's getting it. It's clicking. It's really cool to watch. So
that's great.
Definitely enjoying that. Really proud of him.
That's amazing. How are the games going? Are you guys like scoring runs? Like, are you guys keeping track, or just T-ball sort of like just herding cats, right? Just squirrel.
Yeah, it's really that, and everyone bats, and then you run, and then you like the last herd, like everyone, you just run out the bases essentially, and you go through your lineup, and then they go, and like so it's really fundamentals. We're trying to get them to figure out to throw it to first. So now they figured out like when they get the ground ball, they attempt to throw it to first base, like wherever they're at, and so they understand that. They don't understand why they're just throwing it to first. The team yesterday, though,
like getting them to run the right direction, like that was the win. Like if you got them to take off towards first, because like they'll hit it, and for a second they'll like turn around, like wait, that way, okay, go.
Yep. Well, Oliver, like sometimes, like if he'll get a bad hit, he just like pouts and he's like, "No, I don't want to hit. Like I need to have a good hit. I don't want to run." Like, no, let me do it again. I'm like, no, you got to go, dude. Like sometimes you hit it badly, but you got to run out. But yesterday, the team we were playing against, someone hit to second, and one of our guys was on first, and he was running. The second baseman got the ball with his glove, tagged the runner out between first and second, and then threw it to first and got a double play. And I was just mind blown. This is a 4-year-old child, and he's like, "Yep, boop, boop." It's like, okay, this is
That's the dad that's like out there, like, all right, Jimmy, here's how we're turning two. You know what I mean? Like he's already getting next level. Like,
dude. I mean, the
here's what
coach
we're
had a
doing.
clipboard. The coach was walking around with a clipboard on the other side. I was like, yeah, come on, man, come on, dude.
That is,
Yeah,
it's so funny. One of my nearest and dearest friends, Eric, like the first time we met in Double A, right? So it was obviously substantially higher. This is substantially higher, but it's sort of like during COVID, was sort of like everything
Yeah.
got reset, and so we were using like like a machine pitch, right? So it was like a really soft version of Double A. Like honestly, the scoreboard was off. It was like whatever. Like we didn't have that many signups. It was like the year like directly after like COVID was sort of still going on, but not really at that point. Like there was like parameters, like nobody could share
Yeah.
gloves, wipe down the balls. Like it was what it was. Anyway, and so we were playing against his team, and he comes up to me after an inning and he's like, "Hey, did you get the score of that last inning?" And I was like, "No, dude, I missed it. I'm sorry." And I walk back to my coaches and I'm just like, we're laughing like, dude, he's keeping score. Are you guys keeping score? But it's like he's like one of my closest friends now. Like we coach together. He's amazing. He loves the game. Like he loves the game. He wants the kids to learn the right way, 100%. And it's just one of those things that like this guy with this clipboard, you're looking at him right now, like, dude, what is this guy doing? But when you get to upper divisions, that's probably the guy like, hey, you be on my team. Like, let's be on the same team. Like,
right.
It was so funny. It's hilarious.
Yeah, I was like T-ball.
T-ball. That's crazy.
But
dude,
you're right.
Wait.
It's the foundation. Yeah,
this is insane. Oregon is playing Arizona right now as we speak, and Oregon is down 2, and they just turned over Arizona, and they're getting the ball back.
45 seconds
crazy.
left.
This is crazy. They're going to review it. But if you haven't been, March Madness is madness. March Madness is literal madness. Both Big Z and I lost. I took UConn. He took Creighton. Wanted to see who would go further. And they both were like, no, none of you get to win. Neither of you win.
Yeah,
that's it.
You can't have a jersey. You can't have one of our jerseys. You can't rep us in California. No way. We're East Coast teams. That's what they were saying.
That's probably exactly what they're saying. That's probably
exactly. They got in the locker rooms. Both of them. They're like, nope. Oh, what a terrible pass. They got lucky.
Don't give me an update. I'm behind you. Don't tell me. Don't tell me, Big Z. Don't react.
You're behind me?
I'm behind you. Yeah.
What?
I'm behind you on my TV. I'm still looking at our official review. Wait, did you see him getting the ball or no?
Yeah, Oregon has the ball.
Where are you at?
Oregon has the ball. It's like 40-something seconds left.
Are they playing right now, or are you looking at Jalen?
Yeah. They just threw like a stupid inbound pass, but Arizona hit it out.
Yeah, you're ahead of me. You're ahead of me. This is real world, people. Okay, for those of you, I know there's somebody out there on the YouTube that's dealt with this, where like your friend is like watching the same game you are, and they're like way ahead of you. You're like,
yeah, but I feel like usually you're ahead of me. But you don't have cable anyway. You have like streaming, right?
You know what it is? If I went to my phone, if I went on my phone, I bet I'd be directly even with you.
Yeah, but like when we're watching Dodger games all the time, like you're like always 5 pitches ahead of me. It seems. I don't know.
That's fair. I don't know. That's a fair statement. All right, I'm on my phone now, so I think I'm caught up to you. I'm definitely ahead on my phone. I'm going to turn off my TV. I'm putting it on my phone. And so now I'm a little bit ahead. I'm watching the review of it. So this is a public service announcement to those people who are ahead of your friends. Don't spoil games, okay? Don't do it.
I mean,
I know.
Well, yeah. I've always been on streaming, so like I always get it ruined. Like it's hard for me to watch a playoff game because like I'm in so many group chats and there's like one person that's bound to have cable. And so like they're right, they get it right then and there, right? It's like besides radio, unless you're listening to it on radio.
You know what?
But like I turn my phone over and it's like silent until like I see it myself and I can either get mad or celebrate with my friends.
I am. I think on my phone I'm ahead of you, like when I'm watching somewhere. But if I'm on my TV, I don't think I'm ahead of you. I don't. I think I'm, because looking back at the playoffs, like I would look at my phone and like Mitchie or Jason would like say like yes, and I'd be like, what happened? And then boom, it would happen. So I think I feel you. I think I feel you on that. Streaming. Yeah. Who knew?
Ooh, did you see that?
No, what happened? Is it Arizona ball? No, Oregon ball. All I saw was Oregon ball.
Oh, I am ahead of you.
Gosh, dang it, Big Z! Stop giving it away.
I didn't give anything away. I just asked you if you saw that.
No. But the way you said it, there was an inflection in your voice. There was an inflection, Big Z. Regardless, it's been good. It's been crazy, right? Like, but I will say,
Yeah.
tell me if I'm wrong. I feel like there's been more parity in previous years. Like,
Yeah.
there's been
I think so.
like there's not nearly as many upsets. I feel.
There's not. There's not. I mean, the Arkansas one was huge, both times around. The Colorado State game, I mean, to me, it was such a good game today. Like a 12 seed, losing by to Maryland at the buzzer. Like that was
On a travel, on a clear, concise travel. I don't care what anyone says. There was 3 steps. I counted it. Go look at her Twitter. This is not different. I counted it. He literally grabs the ball and takes 3 steps. Like, how do you not call that?
Yeah.
It's
true.
I am so sick of travel not being called. Like, we've talked about this is not a new take. We have talked about this, like, in general, like, and this is not as like an analyst. This is just as like dads. Right? Like, when we're teaching our sons to play sports, like, we teach them the basics. Like, hey son, 3 strikes and you're out. Right? Like, that's the basic of baseball, right? Like, we teach them the mechanics and the simplicity of each game, right? Individually. And then like basketball, you're like, hey, you have to dribble. Right. So like Jaden was, I didn't even get to tell you about so Jaden was, he played basketball. He wanted to play a secondary sport. And I was like, oh my God, finally. Cause like he's been obsessed with baseball.
Yeah, baseball.
And so he like played basketball for his school. And it was actually really cool. He got to go around and play all the other elementary schools. And then he had this big tournament at the high school. And it was really fun to watch. It was actually pretty competitive. Like, parents were getting into it. The kids were making buckets. It was fun to watch. But, it was just super cool to watch. But I will say, as soon as he said, hey, Dad, I want to play basketball, guess what we did?
Yeah.
I'm that dad.
Play basketball.
Well, okay, let's go work. So I took him outside, started showing him some dribbling, started showing him some drills, started working through it with him. I used to play some basketball back in the day. I was never any good, but I know enough to teach him. And I'm teaching, like, hey, you got to bounce the ball. You can only take 2 steps, right? You take 3 steps to travel. And here it is on the largest stage, and they're not calling travel.
Yeah, that's annoying. Like especially when you're teaching them the fundamentals, they look at it and like, well, Dad, you told me I can't do. They're looking at you like, well, look at they didn't call it there. Or like when like LeBron travels. Yeah.
I literally responded with somebody commented and was like, he's gonna fit right into the NBA. I was like, yeah, he is. And I just posted LeBron. Somebody made a post of LeBron, literally just like he's walking down the court like this, and then out of nowhere he just like flips it over, like takes 3 steps while he's holding it, and nothing is called. And I'm like, what in the world? Like, how did nobody see that? Bro. Like, this is crazy.
Yeah.
You have to call travel.
You have to. This is
the problem with James Harden.
It's a foundational rule.
This is the problem with as a dad. This is not analysis, people. This is not us being insiders. Okay, this is us just watching and being obnoxious. That's all this is. Listen, this is the issue that I have with James Harden and his stupid little 3 steps. He like catches it 1, 2, 3, and then shoots it. I'm like, this is travel.
The 3 steps. The 3 steps back. Yeah.
The 3 steps kills me. Because that's not a travel, and this is not a travel, but it's obviously a travel.
It's rough, man. It's a tough time when you're watching. Usually college is pretty good about that. Like these refs are really good in March Madness. Like they're way better than NBA refs in my opinion. So obviously it was like a blatant miss. Like I don't think they purposely didn't call it, just because they don't call travels, because usually they call that stuff. But in that point in the game, it's like I don't like the idea of like, well, you can't call it because it's it's that point in the game. Like I hate that. If like a foul's a foul or a travel's a travel, like I hate that stupid idea when people say that. And so, yeah, man, I bet you that ref feels it. It reminds me of when the pitcher, I think it was Galarraga on the Detroit Tigers, got the perfect game, and he had to cover first for the out, and he beat him by 3 steps. And the umpire called him safe. And at that point, you couldn't challenge. And you could see, dude, the umpire felt so bad. He felt so bad.
Afterwards. He came out afterwards. I'll never forget, because that umpire came out and cried. He cried afterwards. I took.
Well, and then the next day they honor Galarraga. They got him a truck, even though he didn't actually get the perfect game on paper. And the umpire was it was terrible, bro. It's I can kind of equate it to that. I bet you that ref feels pretty bad, pretty guilty.
It's got to be the feel. It's got to be akin to when you let your kid down. I'll never forget the first time I was walking Jaden down the street, right? And I had his little hand, and we're walking, all the confidence in the world with his dad. Like I have him, no problem. And then he just hits like the perfect crack and just face plants, and I'm like, like like I had him. What, you know? Gotta feel something.
Right. Oh, I'm sure. I'm
But
sure. Yeah. You would never let your kid down. You're talking. You're crazy, bro. You're
I'm just saying.
crazy.
I'm just saying. But March has been madness, much like the tournament that we watched. I mean, it wasn't complete madness. I'm not gonna lie. Like the team that my Jaden's team lost to, it was actually pretty funny. Like, have you ever been to like a school? Like, well, you know, right? You go to like a tournament or something, and like there's one team that's just different. You know,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
there's all the teams, and they're all having fun, and they're playing, and they're having a good time. And then there's one team that's like, that's
Yeah.
that
Right.
team's really good. That
Yeah.
was the team that we played. Like we had like 2 kids on our team. We had one kid that was really, really good, and then we had like 2 or 3 kids that were pretty good, right? This team
Yeah.
had like 5 kids that were really,
Ooh,
really good.
yeah.
Like
Just
they could
yeah.
dribble, they could shoot. Like one kid came out and he had like shorts with like a little palm tree on the leg, and like
Wow.
they were clearly custom and matched perfectly with his leggings and his t-shirt. It was like,
Nice.
oh boy, we lost. We lost. This is like, it's over. This kid's got a uniform inside of his
Yeah.
uniform. Like the
Nice.
uniform on top of the uniform.
Wow.
This is crazy. So we knew. We were
Dang, dude. Yeah.
Yeah.
You just gotta get the reps in, bro. Like
gotta get
you're
the
gonna
reps
take
in.
your L's. You're gonna take your
How do
L's
you,
in basketball.
dude? How do you
especially.
feel about that foul? Right, Arizona fouls Oregon, right, so that they can't shoot the 3. I mean, that's a smart.
I think
play.
it's
I respect that.
so smart. I don't know why they don't do that in the NBA more often. I don't know. If like you're up by 3, the other team's getting the ball with like 6 seconds left, foul them. Foul them.
Right, foul.
Like
Grab
let him go to the line, shoot 2. Yeah, I think it sucks if you're Oregon. Like I would be like, but that's a great it's a great strategy. It's a great
The only thing I don't
coaching move right
understand is if you're Oregon, as soon as you feel those hands, why are you not jumping? Right?
I don't know if they
like,
knew
just-
that they were gonna foul there.
You just jump and huck it at the basket.
Because
Right,
you risk the ref saying, "Oh, you were just out of control. That's not a foul." Because like that's what refs are like taught to see. Like, okay, is the player under control? If he's just out of control, just like twirling through the air, doing a shot, and the defender touches him, like the defender, it's not really on the defender; it's on the offensive player, kind of like initiating that silly contact. So you kind of risk that in a way. Like, oh, your hands are going to be there, and like, oh, and they just like shoot it, and it's like, what? I don't know.
So pretty much everything is up for debate then, because if
Well,
it's
it's
not
very
a foul,
subjective.
if you're out of control, and it's no longer travel if you take 3 steps. I mean, what's the state of basketball? You know?
Well, no,
I'm just
that's
kidding. I'm totally kidding. And I've really enjoyed March Madness. Honestly, like I have really, really enjoyed March Madness. I think this tournament has been fantastic. I mean, there's been good games. I mean, go all the way back. Michigan barely survived UC San Diego. That was a really great game, right? Like, there's been good games all over. I think the only team that hasn't looked like they're in trouble at all, ever, is Duke. Like Duke to me has just looked like they beat the snot out of Mountain, whatever, and then they beat
Baylor.
They beat Mount State, and then they handled Baylor. It's like, yeah, this makes sense, you know?
Yep. Alabama, I feel like, has been pretty good as well. Kentucky looked good. Ole Miss is a good one. Beating Iowa State today, a 6 beating a 3. I think that Iowa State was kind of overseeded. I think like they were too high of a seed. They probably should have been like a 4 or a 5. Yeah.
Did they give him that?
No,
so
they didn't.
That the problem?
They didn't.
Well,
they gave him a foul, but not before the shot.
See, again, if you're Oregon, you just gotta, as soon as he gets close to you, you just gotta shoot it.
Yeah, it was close. I mean, they knew that time, so they tried it. But
well, that's it. Well, they tried to miss, and that's it. That's the ball game.
That's it.
That's the ball game right there. That's it. Shout out to Arizona. Moving on. Good job. Well done. Well done. Yeah, but I mean, Duke has not looked bad at all. Like they are just balling. They're out of control. You know, Ole Miss looked good. They beat Iowa State, but I feel like last year there was like 12 seeds that were like dancing. Yeah. No,
I think there was. Yeah, it's the only double digit one is Arkansas this time around, which is very unfortunate. But there's 2 6 seeds, BYU and Ole Miss, beating 3 seeds today. So that's pretty cool.
BYU and Ole Miss, that's good. I think Michigan State. I think Michigan State for sure is beatable.
Yeah, and
I think
Michigan
State
is a
100%
5
beatable.
seed that's in. So there's it's not just like all 1s and 2s and 3s and 4s, and so like there's some other good lower seeds in there. The
Yeah,
McNeese
100%.
story was, it was just too good to be true.
That was the problem.
Right when they stepped on the same court as Purdue, it was like, nope, this game's over.
Yeah, this was fun. This was a fun storyline that is no longer done. So
yeah, that was rough. That was rough.
I read something today that like the manager is moving on. That
he's going he's going with the head coach to NC State.
With the head coach, he's going like he's leaving.
Yeah,
that is hilarious.
Like, what?
He's part of the deal.
I guess so. I get like the aura around him or whatever. Like he's he is the team, bro. He brings it.
Right. That is so funny.
Yeah, I mean that's cool. Like he got a lot of screen time and probably a lot more money. Part of the deal. So that's cool for him.
But poor McNeese. Why is he getting money though? Like he's not on the court. He's not making shots.
Dude, he's a team manager, dude. He's the team manager.
Right.
He's in charge of keeping morale up high. That boombox is going to be walking to NC State out with that boombox out of the tunnel, Is
NC State in the tournament? Did they make the tournament?
No, I think that's why they're looking for a new coach.
So, I guess it's still a better job than...
But they have recently made the tournament. They're a decent program.
So, so it's got to be a more desirable job than McNeese, even though McNeese made it.
Yeah, okay. It's a big... I mean, it's an ACC school, like the same conference as Duke, North Carolina. Right. Yeah, so it's definitely a big job, big step up.
That makes sense. Yeah. That makes sense.
But yeah, man, it's this.
You got some parody. You got some parody.
Yeah, a little bit. I don't know. I guess not as much as we'd wanted.
Yeah, as much as we'd like, Texas A&M goes down. Michigan still dancing. Right?
Yeah, Michigan. I mean, there were upsets in this round. 5 beating a 4, 2 6s beating a 3. Arkansas beating St. John. Just not enough for my liking.
But it's still fun. It's still fun to watch.
It is fun. It is fun just to have basketball on a lot, just like the multi-view. It's funny though, I think about it, and I know these are tournament games, so they're higher stake games, but there's 16 games on to in the first round. But when it's normal regular season college basketball, there's hundreds of games going on each day, of all the college programs. But obviously, they're regular season games. It doesn't matter nearly as much. But it's just we think about that all the time. The first round of the playoffs in the MLB or NFL, it's there's all these games on. But it's there's way more games on than this on any other Sunday. It's just funny, our mindset on that stuff. But again, they're high leverage games now.
I feel if I'm Oregon, I'm bothered that they fouled me, but I get it. I feel it's akin to an intentional walk. The intentional walk, the next guy's got to step up. You got to find a way around it.
Yeah.
There's going to be some good games. All right, so let's do it, Big Z. All right, we didn't do it before the tournament, but now we can seem a little bit smart. All right, so Auburn, Michigan, who you got?
Auburn
all the way. Ole Miss, Michigan State. I'm taking Ole Miss.
Ole Miss.
Ole Miss. Florida, Maryland. Give me Florida. They look good today. I'm not going to lie. Who you got?
Florida.
No disparity yet. Texas Tech, Arkansas. Give me the Cinderella story. I think Arkansas has a chance to be our Cinderella this year. I like it. They got a coach who knows what's up. I like it.
Texas Tech is not impressive to me. So
let's go.
Yeah, we're going. Okay, let me pick the next one first.
Okay, you pick the next one first. Okay, Kentucky, Tennessee. Yeah, that's Tennessee. There's not going to be. Kentucky did not impress me at all. I'm not gonna lie. They beat Illinois and they beat Troy, but I'm not impressed by them. Here we go. Houston and Purdue. Yeah, I mean I think Purdue's gonna win, but I'll go Houston on that one just to give us.
Okay.
That's our difference right there. I'll go Houston. You're going Purdue, BYU, Bama. I'm riding the underdog. Give me BYU, dog.
Yeah, BYU, baby.
Give it to me.
Jimmer.
And Duke's gonna win the whole thing. I'm 90% sure that Duke's gonna win the whole thing.
Duke is so good.
Dude, they look
Cooper Flagg is so man.
We're not Duke fans. So don't make any mistake if you listen to this podcast. We're not Duke fans.
No, we're not. They're just so freaking good.
They are really good.
In the past, growing up, Duke was always good, but they always just did not do well in the tournament. Like they lose in the second round, or like in the Sweet 16, like they barely ever won. Like this year, like this version of Duke is like just another level. Like
They look
Cooper
like what they
Flag,
are. They look like they got the best player in the country in
right,
their recruiting
exactly.
class, and
Right.
they did.
Right.
They look like they did. So there it is. There's our picks for the next round. Take a look at that. Go watch March Madness. It's super, super fun. Big Z, the MLB season started, and we're MLB guys. The Dodgers
That's right.
have a chance to win 162 games this season.
Dude, they're still 2-0. There's still a chance.
2-0. They're 2-0. The Cubs, however, Cubs fans are in shambles. Worst start ever. 0-2. I don't know if it's actually their worst start ever, but they're 0-2.
Doubt it, but it's a sucky start. You know, you put all that effort in. I'm sure they got up early to watch their team, and they got nothing in return for that.
You flew to Tokyo to lose 2 games. That's got to be, like, just as like a fan. Like, I'm not here to talk about the stats. I'm not here to talk about what happened. What I'm here to talk about is I think it would suck to travel all the way to Tokyo just to get whooped. Like, that's a bummer.
That is a bummer. That sucks. Justin Turner, you made the wrong choice.
It's going to Chicago. Like football. You know, like the team that travels to Germany, it's like they got to fly home after losing in a foreign country. Like, that's got to be the worst feeling.
The thing that's weird to me is, like, they play these games, and then the Dodgers and Angels are playing in exhibition games tonight.
Yeah, it's weird.
It's
that's weird.
So weird. It's like the second season in a row that's happened. And I was like, why do they do that to them? Like, I don't understand. I really don't understand.
It's weird. It's weird for them to get back and then play. It's like, if you're going to start the season, but don't do this. This is weird. All of a sudden it's meaningless, and it's like, what happened? You know?
I was ramped up.
I will say I was glad to see Freddie Freeman back out there.
Yeah, no, for sure. Yeah.
So Mookie, Dodger fan, that was nice.
I hope Mookie is okay. He got like really sick.
He's super sick.
He lost like 15 pounds.
Sick. 15
pounds.
Like, and he didn't have weight to lose.
He didn't have 15 pounds to lose.
Mookie's not one of those guys that's like, oh yeah, 15 pounds.
Yeah, he's not Judge. He's not Aaron Judge, dude.
He's not Max Muncy.
Yeah, Max hit a
Max Muncy could stand to lose 15 pounds.
Yeah, I'm sure he's fine, but it's just like that sucks.
No, he should lose.
No. Mookie. I'm sure Mookie's fine.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, Muncy could lose some 50. We love you, Maxie.
I want my third baseman to be more agile. That's all I'm saying.
That catch that didn't happen. Back. I just want him back.
I want Cody Bellinger back so badly. I hate that he's in the pinstripes. It's ugly. It looks terrible.
I mean, James Outman is in the minors now, dude. Like, come on. Andy Pages is our starting center fielder. Sorry, but it's weird.
It's weird.
Times have changed.
I don't like it. I don't
want Corey back. You know?
Mr. October. All the people can hate. But Mr. October, right?
That's right.
I mean, come on, dude. TGL.
Come on, guys.
Have you watched TGL yet? Have you checked it out? Putting you on blast for the whole internet.
Is that the golf
That's
thing?
The golf.
The inside golf?
Yes.
Yeah, I watched a little bit of that. It's cool.
I don't get it. Cool.
I don't get it, but
dude, it is okay. If you're like, okay, somebody just turned off our podcast because we started talking about golf. It's okay. It's relevant. Here's the thing. Listen, this is what you always wanted golf to be. Like, when you see the caddy and the golfer talking, and you're like, what is Tiger saying? I wonder if he's actually a cool guy. This is what you wanted to see. These guys are talking trash. It is hilarious. Listen to these guys talk to each other. They're talking game plans. They're talking about, like, literally, like, some guy throws the hammer, and one of the guys like, I'm going to make it. I'm going to make this putt, so throw the hammer, please. Like, they're just talking mess, and they're joking around with each other. It's funny, and it's fun, and I like it. The playoffs will start tomorrow. I'm going to watch it. I'm watching it. Just saying.
All right. Well, who's playing? What's the playoffs?
Yeah, it's the Atlanta City Golf Club, and it is the New York, I believe. I just watched them all, so it's like a little bit jumbled for me, but let me see. I'll make sure. Because I just watched all. I had to catch up. That's the other nice thing. It's all on ESPN Plus. It's like if you miss the games, you don't have to go back. You know what I mean? It's nice.
You have ESPN Plus?
Yeah, of course I have ESPN Plus. Do you not have ESPN Plus?
No, bro. I hate ESPN Plus.
Really? I love ESPN Plus.
I think it is a money grab for Disney.
It is, and it works.
I refuse to pay for it.
It worked on me. It worked. It works on me. I'm the one that it works on because I need to watch F1 and I need to watch TGL.
That's true. And they do
So
have like a bunch of UFC on there too.
yeah, so yeah, the Atlanta Drive and the New York Golf Club, and it's amazing. And it's on
That's a cool
ESPN
name.
Plus.
Atlanta Drive. I get
Oh,
that.
it's
I
so
get it.
cool.
I
I know
understand that.
we're lame. We're like the Los Angeles Golf Club, and we're the
Yeah,
one seed.
whatever.
And we lost in the semis. Dang it.
Jeez.
I was ready to buy my shirt. I had my LA shirt ordered, and then we lost. No, no, I refuse to order a loser shirt. We need to win before I
That's
order your
funny.
shirt, TGL.
Is it
Fact.
Top Golf League? Is that what it stands for?
I have
Top
no
Golf
idea.
League?
No clue. All I know is it's awesome. So if you guys don't know, by the way, it literally like they tee off into the screen, and then
Yeah.
the green actually exists behind them. So like the green like morphs. They have like hydraulics in it, so it, like spins and like the hydraulics work and change the shape of the green. It's super cool. Super.
It's futuristic golf.
Danielle sat down with me. She's like, Are these real holes? This is like a real course?" I was like, "Baby, how would they do this hole? They need a helicopter. I don't."
Right.
It's a peninsula in the middle of the ocean. Like how'd they
That's
get there?
funny.
Right, sweetheart? I don't know. But it's super fun to watch. And F1 is back. F1 is also back.
Yes, it is. It is. It is.
We already have disqualifications. Both Ferrari drivers disqualified today for not
Cheaters.
meeting weight and compliance standards.
Cheating their way.
Cheating.
Well,
Cheating.
cheating the game.
Do you
Cheating the
think
game.
Do you think kids are out there in T-ball just juicing their bats?
Oh,
Cork batting it up?
they're all right. There's different noises, dude, in those bats, and some of those on the other team, I'm like,
See?
ooh,
You got a
Ump.
triple SA bat, dude. You
Ump,
gotta start
go
checking out
check.
those bats. You start checking them bats, Big Z. They're gonna cheat your boy.
That's right, dude.
Bunch
That's
of
right.
little T-ballers running around with you triple SA bats in Little League. Get it out of here. Cheaters.
Imagine.
A lot of you. I've caught 'em.
Losers.
I've caught them, Big Z. I've
I'm
caught
sure,
kids
man.
as
I'm
low
sure
as
they're out there.
Stingling with the wrong bat. I'm that guy, parents. Look at me. Look at me, YouTube. Look at I'm that guy. I will make sure you're not cheating.
Don't do it when Fredo's coaching, dude.
Don't
do it. Don't bring that bat on the field.
It's been a
Don't
long
let your
time
kid
since we
use that
referenced it.
bat.
It's been a long time since we referenced it, but Father Fredo will come for you, bro. He'll
Father
come for you.
Fredo, dude. He's coming out there. He's coming out there for you. You better watch out.
I'm keeping you honest. Keeping you
scared, bro.
pure.
I'm
Keeping you
scared.
pure. Right, baby. That's how we do it. That's how we
That's
do
right.
it. F1, they got caught cheating, but the McLaren team is balling 100%. I think here's the problem with McLaren is you have two drivers that are both competing. Like Lando has won a race. Now Piastri has won a race. Here's the issue you have is Max Verstappen is still getting points. Right? So he got points in the sprint. He got points again today. A lot of teams have a one driver. It's like Red Bull, for instance, is a number one driver. Mercedes is number one driver in George Russell. And Kimmy's doing amazing. The rookie Kimmy's doing incredible. Having said that, my issue that I have with McLaren that they may struggle and it may cost them a driver championship if they don't rectify the situation is that Lando Norris is competing with his own teammate. So if he's getting first
Ooh.
place and he's getting second place, I get it theoretically that if you have a dominant season, then both of your drivers can be competing for the championship. And in so doing, you'll also win the constructors. Those of you who don't watch F1, there's two championships. You have the drivers, which is this driver is the best driver, and then you have the constructors. This team is the best drivers. So
Nice.
that's how it works. And so my issue, my worry for McLaren, I think they probably have the constructors locked up based on what I'm seeing. But the drivers, I think if they continue to compete with each other, they could leave it open for another driver.
There you go. Okay.
So
I like it.
keep your eye on that. Keep your eye on that.
I like it.
It happened a little bit last year, and also somebody's going to eventually look into that. They have a boost. Oh my gosh, I cannot believe that I just forgot what it's called. But they can actually when they get close enough, when they're in a second of the car in front of them, they can actually get a boost where their back wing opens.
Okay.
What is it called? What is it called, Big Z?
Bro, I don't know.
It's called something. The drag DRS. They get DRS. And it's available when they are close enough to the car in front of them. And one of the complaints right now about the McLaren car is that there's little gaps in their back wing. So it's like they have DRS the entire race. So keep your eye on that as well. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So keep
I
your
like
eye
the
on
drama.
that.
The drama, dude.
Well, I'm telling you. T-ballers
like
are
it.
cheating. F1 cheaters. Cheaters are everywhere.
Astros cheated. You know,
Maryland just traveled.
Just there's so much cheating and
So much cheating.
gosh.
Astros banging trash cans.
Yep. Forever tainted. Forever.
Forever tainted.
Ever and
Bregman's
ever.
a Red Sox. Now we got to boo
Yeah.
the Red Sox. Boo
Yeah,
Red
I mean,
Sox.
Alex
Boo.
Cora's been there for a long time. We should have
Boo.
been booing him the whole time. Yeah. Boo.
Boo. Boo this man. Boo the Red Sox. That's where we're at.
Boo. Mm.
Boo. Big Z, I'll tell
That's
you what
right,
I don't
baby.
boo. I don't boo your new baby that's coming tomorrow. Little Big
Bro,
Z.
I can't
Little-
wait.
little
Dude. I
Princess
can't wait
Z.
to tell you guys about the baby.
Princess Z.
dude. Princess Z. Queen Z. Queen.
Princess Leia.
You know?
It's not too late to change the name, Big Z.
It's not.
Princess Leia.
No one knows it except me and Haley.
Could be Princess Leia.
Could be. You don't even know. It could be Leia. It could be. It could be
That's a
something
cute
else, but
name.
it could be
That'd be a
Leia.
cute name. That'd be a cute
Yeah.
name. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
I wouldn't hate that.
We'll
name.
see. Yeah.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Big Z can have a baby. The next time we
happening.
do this podcast, Big
It's
Z's
happening.
family will have grown +1.
+1, baby. Family of 4?
Is the room ready?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Room's been ready.
What's the color?
It's still well, she's sleeping. She's got to share a room with Oliver, so it's green.
Sure. Boy.
So, well, she's gonna sleep with us for like a first couple months, and then she's gonna go in her crib, and then
the
Oliver
green
and her
room.
in the green room, and that will be interesting. That'll we'll see how Oliver does.
That'll
but,
be a good time.
yeah,
that'll
it'll be
be a
fun,
good time.
man. They're gonna be talking like she's gonna
Sounds
be
like
talking when
Big
she's
Z needs to sell
9
that
months
condo
old.
and join Fredo, Father Fredo out where it's cheaper. That's what it sounds like to me.
That's right. That's
Get an extra room, baby. Get an extra room
Yeah.
out here.
for the same
Sick.
price.
For the same price. Big thing. Those of you who don't know, there's different parts of California. And don't get me wrong, all of California is expensive. Let me start off right now by saying all of California is expensive in Southern California.
Yes.
Southern California is expensive. However, inside of that expensiveness, there's like $1 million line. And where Big Z lives, and where Fredo lives, there's a line. Hard line on what you can buy. But, I mean, the city you live in is pretty awesome.
It's cool. It's pretty cool.
internationally known. I just have to tell people that I'm 45 minutes away from LAX. So that's
Well, there you go.
45 minutes outside of LA. That's the only way people know me.
That's right.
You say your city, and people were like, "Oh my god, I heard freaking Tupac talked about that city." Like, yep,
Yep.
killed it.
That's right.
If you follow those clues, you could figure out where Big Z lives, and that would terrify him. So please do.
But it's close. Never mind.
Don't give out too many clues. This has been fun, Big Z. We're so happy for you. We're happy for our March Madness. We'll hopefully be back next week, but we'll see how Big Z's schedule is doing. If he's
We'll
getting
see. We'll see.
We'll have to see. I bet he's going to post a lot because that's what he did last time he had a baby. It was the exact opposite of what I thought. He was sitting there at 3 a.m. just coming up with sick posts. So that might be what happens again. We love you. Thanks for listening. Big Z, say bye to the people.
People, love you guys. Hope you have a great week. I'll be keeping you guys updated with the Baby Watch 2020.
Go follow our Twitter. Our Twitter has been fire.
Yeah,
All right, we have been fire on the Twitter. All right. Follow us on Instagram. Follow us on Twitter. Follow us on YouTube. We love you. Make sure you tell your friends so we can start doing this full time. We get you even more content. If you're sitting there thinking, I wish you guys made more videos and I wish you came out with them more consistently. I'm coaching a team. I'm a player agent and I'm on the board of my league. Big Z is doing all the same things, plus he's having a baby. So we both got to work. All right. We love you.
Got it.
Thanks for listening. We'll see you next week.